Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the globe. Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry TV, your uncompromising voice for truth, justice, and liberation. This marks a pivotal moment in the global stance against both the Nigeria Christian genocide and terror in West Africa.
Hello Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Headline today, Insecurity. We need to support Tinubu to save Nigeria. Ooni of Ife. The Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, declared that the entire Southwest has passed a vote of confidence in President Bola Tinubu to tackle Nigeria's worsening insecurity. He condemned politicization of the crisis, insisting traditional rulers must work with leaders to save the people and the nation. But a stark warning from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before his abduction in Kenya, resurfaces. Every Yoruba supporting Fulani, you are setting yourselves up to become like the Hausa. Remember when the Hausa said Hausa Fulani? Where are they today? Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It is emasculation, total emasculation. This clash of perspectives, support for Tinubu versus Kanu's caution, frames Nigeria's struggle between unity, insecurity, and survival. The summary of the whole sabotage for Ooni of Ife backs Tinubu on security. Nnamdi Kanu's warning to Yoruba echoes loudly. Ooni of Ife supports Tinubu on security amid Nnamdi Kanu's warning to Yoruba about potential subjugation and division. Ooni of Ife supports Tinubu's approach to Nigeria's insecurity crisis. The Ooni of Ife emphasizes the unity of the Southwest in backing Tinubu's efforts against insecurity. He criticizes the politicization of insecurity issues and underscores the role of traditional leaders in addressing the crisis. Nnamdi Kanu warns Yoruba against supporting Tinubu amidst insecurity discussions. Kanu's warning highlights a concern for Yoruba supporters of Tinubu, suggesting potential dangers akin to the Hausa's fate. The clash between Tinubu's support and Kanu's caution reflects Nigeria's broader struggle with unity, insecurity, and survival. Cultural awakening encourages Nigerians to unite against oppressive forces. Nigerians are urged to amplify their voices and stand against corruption and misgovernance. Warning to Yoruba supporters of certain politicians, indicating potential future marginalization similar to the Hausa experience. Nnamdi Kanu warns Yoruba about impending threats and calls for unity. Kanu emphasizes the danger of external forces taking control of Yoruba lands, warning of dire consequences. He urges the Yoruba people to unite and fight for their freedom to avoid a bleak future. Insecurity in the north stems from local actions, highlighting ongoing genocide against Christians. Claims of no genocide against Christians are dismissed as misinformation, despite clear evidence of mass killings. The issue of insecurity is spreading southward, impacting various regions in Nigeria, indicating a national crisis. Call for unity and faith amidst challenges posed by banditry. Emphasis on maintaining faith during difficult times, as highlighted by Jesus' teachings. A plea for believers to strengthen one another against the threat of violence and banditry. Local bandits identified as known individuals with shared backgrounds. The speaker emphasizes that the bandits are not outsiders but familiar individuals from the community. Concerns are raised about an infiltration of banditry linked to groups from West and North Africa. Cattle herders face challenges due to climate and education issues. Cattle herders' fortunes have declined due to climate change impacting their livelihood. Limited access to both Islamic and Western education exacerbates the difficulties faced by these communities. Watch this breakdown and decide, is support the path to peace or a step towards subjugation? Subscribe for diaspora resistance, justice advocacy, and cultural awakening. Be part of history. Every voice matters. Watch as everyday Nigerians speak truth to power and rally behind the #Free Nnamdi Kanu Now movement. Now, let us listen and hear the updates.
Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Something is going to happen to you. Traitors, saboteurs in your midst, they will promise them heaven and earth. They will give them anything they ask for. In order to ensure that they get into you, they subjugate. Now they have left the Lauren, having taken a Lauren and taken it to Sokoto. They now want to come into Oyo. They want to come into Ondo. Once they take over all those places, it's over for the Yoruba race. Over for you. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant doing Babiyala somewhere in Zaria. That is the future that awaits you. Now, our people must understand this very clearly, especially my Yoruba brothers and sisters. It is about time you stop supporting evil. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them.
There's a lot of distortion going on. People claiming that there is no genocide of Christians in the nation. Information with facts can never be thwarted. You see people buried in hundreds and you say there's no genocide. What a wicked set of people. Agreed, there are people killed in other places for other reasons. But this one is very clear. And gradually is eating down to the south, southwest, southeast, and many so-called leaders for their personal interests are claiming it's not true. Selling out their faith, if they have it at all. Jesus said, when I come, will I find the faith? And we are standing here to say to Jesus, the faith will keep standing. Raise your voice in a few seconds. Father, strengthen the brethren, strengthen the faith.
The people, these elements that are killing people in the name of banditry, do you perhaps have an idea of who these people are? You mentioned that they have different groups, but I know that you've made an overture to some of them, to reach out to them, to in fact grant amnesty to some of them. Who are these people in the real sense of it, Governor?
They are the same people like me who speak the same language like me, who profess the same religious beliefs like me. So what we have here on ground is bandits. They are not aliens. They are people who we know. They are people that have been living with us for hundreds of years. The infiltration we have from some West African countries and North African countries are also people of the Fulani extraction. Majority of those involved in this banditry are Fulanis, whether it is palatable or not, but that's the truth. I'm not saying 100% of them are Fulani, but the majority of them are. And these are people who live in the forest, who their main occupation is rearing of cattle. Probably over time, their fortunes dwindle with the climate change, lack of access to education, both Islamically and Western, also aggravated the situation.
You've just heard a message that echoes the cries of the oppressed and the resolve of the free. At Biafra Battle Cry TV, we stand firm in amplifying voices that challenge tyranny and defend humanity. Stay vigilant, stay united, and never stop speaking truth to power. Until next time, keep the fire of freedom burning.